Hey guys, as we start this new week, we've got a busy 2 months coming up. Well, in the middle of one and beginning in February. February is just a crazy busy month for us. It's good stuff. We got a walk to Emmaus. That first weekend in February, we've got an identity weekend after that. Got some other stuff spread out as well. But, thinking of those two events, the walk to Emmaus and our identity weekend, there's a lot of people that I have had discussions with, and they say, yeah, I really want to go, but when it gets down to it, something keeps them from moving forward. Now, I don't want this to be a guilt trip. If you're one of the ones that has told me that, I'm not trying to beat you up with my words today, but what I am telling you is that at some point, we have to get past whatever is holding us back from moving into what God wants us to have. There's a lot of people that walk right up to the door of the abundant life that Jesus paid for, but they never go through that door. Something always keeps them on the other side. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's a fear of, if I step through, maybe it's not going to be all that the Word says that it's going to be, or the people that have already stepped through say it's going to be. Some people are afraid that they're going to lose themselves because they find comfort in their misery or their problems. And as crazy as that sounds, I promise you it's true. I've heard many people say, I'm afraid of what I will be like if I don't have my anger, or if I get out of my sickness, because their identity is wrapped up in that situation. And I want to tell you today that is not your identity. Your identity is in Jesus. You are a child of the Most High God. He loves you. He has good plans for you. He wants to prosper you in all areas of your life. Now, sometimes that looks differently than what we want it to or think that it will. But He wants to use you. He wants to give you a purpose, and He has a plan for your life. But in order to step through into that purpose, into that plan, sometimes that means we've got to let go of some of the junk in our lives. We've got to allow the Lord to deliver us, heal us, set us free, get the chains off of us. And to do that, we've got to step forward through the door. We've got to take the leap of faith to get past fear, to go into faith. So today, if that's you, maybe you've wanted to talk to somebody. Maybe there's something, a secret or a burden that you've been carrying that you've wanted to share with others, but you've been afraid of what they would think about you or that it would change your relationship. And I want to encourage you today that if you will take the leap of faith, being led by the Lord, whether it's to go on a weekend, whether it's to talk to somebody, to reach out to somebody, asking for prayer or help, then do it. Stop putting up an excuse. Stop letting fear hold you back. Stop letting the lies of the enemy keep you from the life that God wants you to live. Today, He wants good things for you, but He is not going to force Himself on you. You've got to allow Him into your life, and then you've got to walk in faith. The book of Hebrews tells us that it is impossible to please God without faith. We have to have faith in our life. And faith is scary sometimes, to walk where you don't know where you're headed, or to take a step that you don't know if there's something going to hold you up. But I promise you that God's promises are true. I have tested them. They're not just a theory or a hypothesis. This is something that I have tested in my own life, and other Christians have tested in their own life as well. Now, sometimes, like I said, it doesn't look like what we think it should. But we've got to trust God regardless and know that He will be there. He will have our back and He will take care of us. There's a verse in Proverbs chapter 3 that I think applies to a lot of us at different times. Proverbs chapter 3, beginning just in verse 5, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Stop trying to figure things out. Stop trying to understand everything before you take that leap of faith. With God, you're never going to understand Him completely. In this life, we will never fully understand Him. Really, even in eternity, we won't, because He's beyond what we can understand. But stop trying to figure out that next step. Just be obedient. If He tells you to jump, you jump. If He tells you to go through the door, you go through the door. but stop letting the enemy keep you from moving forward. God is on the throne. Jesus is coming back soon. I'm believing that the Lord is going to bless you abundantly as you take that step of faith. Have a great day.